Okay, so burning sage to clear this energy. I just got done doing the soulmate reading. Just cleansing my cards. I just got done doing the soulmate reading, and I think it went really well. So if you have not watched the love/soulmate reading, make sure to check that out because it should be up on my channel right now. I'm going to post these at the same time, so they should upload around the same time. So this is going to be my life, finance, general spirituality reading, I guess. So I'm going to be posting once a week my love readings and then this general reading for the people who are not in love or who aren't interested in love, or who are but they're also interested in like other areas of their life, like finances. And I do offer, let me put this out, I do offer my services, like with my reading services, my guided services. I do offer like the general life spirituality services, but then also I offer love services. So this is pretty much like a preview of what I do for my clients, and if you want to book a session, you can check the description box down below. So this reading is going to be a little bit shorter than the love one because I am running behind on reading, so I have to get some work done after this, so I have to hurry this up. So this is going to be a little less in-depth than the love reading, but that's okay. Next week I'll go more in-depth. Okay, so the way that my camera is set up, I'm not going to be able to show you the cards, like put it down on the table. So I'm just going to show you them. I guess I'll hold them up until my camera setup is different and I'll be able to put the camera down on the cards. So, and my cards are holographic, so sometimes it's hard to see because of the light reflecting. So we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Magician card in the reverse, and we have the Nine of Cups. Okay, so when it comes to finances, I feel like some of you are putting your energy and effort into the wrong avenue. It's like, I see that some of you are very busy, but you feel like you're busy, but you're not getting anything accomplished. And when I say accomplished, I mean on an emotional level, like in a way that is like making you feel like you are emotionally fulfilled, is what I'm seeing. Because even though this Nine of Cups is in the upright, the way that I'm reading the energy is someone who has accomplished a lot, or who knows that they have the ability to accomplish a lot, but because this Magician card is here in the reverse, I feel like what you feel like you are accomplishing or manifesting is not what you actually want. Like right now you are just on the path of what everyone says will make you happy. You see what I'm saying? It's like the people who want to be super productive and fill up their calendars like to the brim, because being productive equals, you know, being worthy within society. When you are productive, that means that, you know, you get things done, and then society as a whole kind of accepts you more, and they kind of respect you more. And deep down inside, that's not very fulfilling, because you're doing things in order to appeal to those outside of you instead of investing in work that makes you feel good on a personal level. And I feel like some of you are doubting your abilities to actually put work into the things that will make you feel fulfilled, because they may be things outside the norm and they're less safe. So you could be putting your energy and effort into things that are guaranteed. Like if you have a 9-to-5 job, this is not going to be one of those, oh, quit your 9-to-5, get it, you know, start a business. No, it's not like that, because a lot of people are emotionally content with having a 9-to-5 job. Of course, a motorcycle is going past as I do my reading. But basically what it's saying is, like, I'm just going to use this for an example. Like, you have a 9-to-5 job, and it's a sure thing. You know that if you work hard in your company, that you are guaranteed to get a promotion. Like, you're not stressed about it. Like, you know, if you put in this work, it's going to work out. But if you wanted to be like a singer or like an actress, or like you wanted to write screenplays, in your mind you see that as not as much of a guarantee as working this 9-to-5 job where you know you're guaranteed to move up in the ladder. But it's funny because that's the thing, that's the attitude that's actually keeping you back. Just as much as you are guaranteed to move up in your ladder, like move up in the ladder in your 9-to-5, you're also guaranteed to move up in the ladder when it comes to acting, singing, or creative pursuits. Because according to the law of attraction, if you believe it, then you can receive it. So the only thing that's holding you back from actually manifesting the things that you want in life, like on a personal level, is that in your mind you think somehow that's unobtainable, and so then you don't even try. Any goal that you set, you can reach, because it would not have been put into your mind unless it was obtainable or achievable. And a lot of people don't know that, and they don't accept that, and that's why they don't even try to move towards their passions, their goals, their dreams, their desires, because they just see it as not a guarantee, when it actually is a guarantee, because it wouldn't have been put into your mind if it was not a guarantee. So let me pull 3 more. Okay, see, with this 8 of Cups, this 9 of Cups being clarified by this 6 of Swords, you are wanting to move away from whatever this job situation was, this financial situation. You're just not happy with life in general, because like I said, on paper everything looks good and it looks fulfilling, but inside you are not being fed, like your soul is not being fed, and so you are wanting to move away from either this job, this situation, this part of your life in general, anything pertaining to your soul growth. Like, you are now wanting to move away from it so that you can be on your soul path. See what I'm saying? And when I say your soul path, that doesn't have to just mean like spirituality, like you're going to, leave your job and start doing yoga and become a Buddhist. Like, your soul path has a lot to do with the goals that are in your mind that you somehow don't take action on. It's like the things that you have been desiring in your life, that is the soul path that you need to be following. Like, a lot of people are always asking me, like, well, how do you start a spiritual journey? How do you start a spiritual journey? And everybody's spiritual journey looks different. Some people will turn to spirituality and become teachers, like me, tarot readers and things like that, like you see on YouTube. But that's not everyone's spiritual path. A lot of people will have a spiritual awakening and spiritual enlightenment, and they will step into their true heart's desire, and that's what you are supposed to be doing. Whatever your heart is really desiring, that is the path that you are supposed to be going down, and that's the path that is going to make your soul feel the most fulfilled and the most whole. But you have to make the decision to step outside of your comfort zone and do so. But I'm saying here that a lot of you are just thinking about it and you're not necessarily taking action towards it. So I would highly recommend sitting down and writing out a plan so that those thoughts are down on paper, so they are less now thoughts and they're more so moving towards something that's actually going to happen when you take it from your brain and put it down onto paper. So I'm seeing here the 8 of Pentacles and the 7 of Wands in the upright. So a lot of you are actually holding very tight to the work that you're doing right now, or this area of your life that you're in right now. It's almost like, how do I explain this? It's like the thought of even putting work or energy and effort into something else besides what you have already been doing makes you feel defensive. Like, if someone were to come to you and say, like, why are you still doing this? Why are you still working on this? You need to be working on something else. It's almost like you get, like, you could probably snap on them, or you could get kind of like defensive, like, don't tell me what to do. I know what I'm doing. And I feel like that's coming from your subconscious blockage of feeling like you can't succeed in the area of your life that you actually want to put time and energy and effort in. Like, you're very defensive about it. And I feel like that's your mind's way of trying to protect you from failure. It's like you are holding on to an old way of being because your mind, your brain, your subconscious mind is afraid of putting energy and effort into what you really want, because then if you fail, it'll be like a horrible feeling. So your brain is kind of trying to protect you from that failure by making you very defensive and making you hold on to the things in life that you've been working hard on, instead of having the courage to step out on faith and onto this new path, is what I'm seeing. This could also be that some of you feel like you are not financially secure enough to step onto this new path. You could be living like paycheck to paycheck and you're just like, there's no way in hell I'll be able to do this and make this work. It's like you're thinking there's no way in hell you're going to be able to follow your passions or pursue what you really want to pursue, because you feel as though like you have to hold on to whatever the security is because you're paying your bills. My suggestion for that would be to find a way to downsize by any means necessary. Like, if you are able to downsize, like if you are able to move into a small apartment, if you are able to sell some things, if you are able to cut out some of the things that you buy throughout the week, like really look at your budget and figure out what you can cut out that you don't really need or what you can downsize on, that could definitely help you with that. For those of you who that resonates with, who you feel like you are just running yourself into the ground, living paycheck to paycheck, and just not knowing how to, like I said, get your head above water, because like I said, you need to survive. So it's all a matter of now figuring out how you can downsize. I'm gonna pull one more for that. There's like messages trying to come through, but it's hard for me to get them out. So I'm gonna pull one more. Yeah, 8, 7, and then we're going down to the 4. And I'm not seeing that necessarily as numerology. I'm just seeing it more as like I said before, the downsizing. Cutting your costs in half, because this is an 8. This is an 8 and this is a 4. So I'm seeing that as cutting your costs in half, because whatever upkeep, like there's something in your life that you have the ability to cut out. It's like a luxury or something, like something that, like if you go out to eat or you go out to the club, or it's like things like that you could be downsizing. I'm seeing here that you definitely need to take that into consideration, so that then you could start saving up money, and then you could start investing more time and energy into your passion project, or more time and energy into doing the thing that you really are passionate about and that you desire to move into. I hope that this is making sense. It's like the message is kind of trying to come through, but it's like it's stuck almost is what I'm seeing. Some of you also could be wanting to move to a new home, and some of you are needing to do that also. Like you need a new change of scenery, like a new change of environment in order to spark your creativity. Like some of you just really need a new change of scene is what I'm seeing here. So with the Magician card in the reverse and the Star card, this is your negative thoughts and you thinking that you do not have the ability to manifest what you truly desire. It's like your lack of faith. You have to have more faith in God, in the divine, in your own talents, in your own capabilities. You have to find a way to have more faith. If you need to, go online and read success stories. Read about people's rags to riches stories. That's why people enjoy those stories so much, because it inspires them. It makes them see like, okay, this person had it worse than I did and they were able to elevate and live their dreams, so I can do the same. You have to do things every single day in order for you to build this faith, because I feel like you genuinely do not have faith that you can manifest the life that you want. And it's easy for that to happen when you are you are constantly in this energy of not having what you want. It's easy to kind of lose faith and just be like, okay, it's never going to happen for me, because look at what I've been in this whole time. You start to focus on what you don't have for so long that it's hard for you to even fathom that you could have anything else besides what you already have. You see what I'm saying? So it's time to really start dreaming bigger, setting bigger goals, sitting down and figuring out what your heart truly desires, and then moving in that direction. It's like really working on faith as if it's a muscle. Every day working that muscle, trying to build more courage and build more faith. Yeah, you're really in your head, like a split decision about this. It's something that you have really, really been thinking about. Some of you could be very much thinking about leaving your job and actually taking the steps towards pursuing this, putting energy and effort and money into this new creative idea or this endeavor or this wish or this dream. So you're really up in your head about it and you're of two minds about it. But I feel as though you know deep down inside what the right thing to do is. Like, you know that you have to go where your soul is calling you, and that you have to kind of leave certain behaviors, habits, ways of thinking, states of mind behind you in order for you to step onto this new path and onto this new beginning. And if you are wondering whether or not you should invest your money into whatever this is, I'm seeing that you should. Obviously be smart about it. Don't throw all of your money like into something. Well, it could work out for you, but don't come back here and be like, well, I invested all of my money. Like, don't come back here talking. I'm just saying, like, it could very well work out for you, but do what makes you feel slightly uncomfortable. It's like, sometimes it's not good to hop out your comfort zone and be like, all right, I have $10,000 saved, I'm throwing it all into this one thing. Sometimes it's like, it's good to be slightly uncomfortable. I have $10,000 saved, I'm going to take 5,000 of it and invest it in this. But then I have a cushion, so then my energy still feels balanced, so then I won't manifest any negativity or failure into my life. See what I'm saying? That's the key. The key is energy. Okay, so we have the Nine of Cups here. Oh, I already explained that. The Nine of Cups and the Six of Swords, which is, like I explained before, moving away from things that no longer make you feel fulfilled, not putting your energy or effort into it anymore with the Knight of Pentacles, and moving into something that makes you feel better about life, something that you are excited to wake up to every single day. Let me pull 3 more, because I feel like that was really short, no? Maybe it's just me. I feel like that was short. Okay, let me pull 3 more. Jeez, okay. Oof. Yikes. Okay. So with this 4 of Swords in reverse and the 3 of Swords, this is spilling over into love, people. So this is not a love reading, obviously, but some of you, your love life is spilling over into this. Not just your love life, but it could just be something you love in general that has caused you pain in the past. It doesn't have to be a person. It could be a situation. Maybe at one point in time you invested your all into something that you really felt passionate about and it failed horribly, and now you can't get that incident out of your head, so now it's hard for you to invest in anything in your life. And like I said, that could be a situation, that could be a person. If you've ever invested your whole heart into something and you got shattered or broken, that could subconsciously program you to never want to step out on the limb and try anything new, because because you never want to experience that pain or failure anymore. But the thing is that you being cautious and you not wanting to experience that pain or failure is actually causing you more pain, because you are not stepping into something that you are passionate about that could bring you the ultimate fulfillment and happiness. So you're kind of just stuck in limbo, and I'm seeing here that you have to really get out of that. And the way that you can get out of that is looking at it like, okay, yes, I invested my time, energy, and effort into something that failed, but I survived it, so I can survive it again. Like, you have to really just trust yourself that you're stronger than you think you are, and that yes, failure is a horrible feeling, but it's not worse than the feeling of being complacent, and it's not worse than the feeling of getting to the end of your life and realizing that you never took the risk that you wanted to take, and that you never followed the path that you were meant to follow. Okay, my camera died again, so let's wrap this up. Like I was saying, the failure that you have experienced in the past, what you're not seeing is that when you step onto this new path and you really put your all into it and you succeed, that's actually going to outweigh some of the failures from your past. So you kind of sitting there and being afraid because you've experienced failure is actually hurting you more than it's helping you. Because like I said, the feeling that's worse than failure is getting to the end of your life and realizing that you did not do the things that your heart desired because you were afraid to. So I'm seeing here the Ten of Swords in reverse and the Death card in reverse. Again, it's this fear of an ending, this fear of failure, this fear of letting go of the old and being reborn, because with that comes this possibility that something will go wrong, and you are just not taking the risk because you, like I said, you have been hurt in the past. And like I said, this can spill over into your love life as well. Your love life can spill over into your career, your finances, and things like that, because when your love life did not go well, you invested in a person and they betrayed you, that could really brutally damage your self-esteem to the point where you want to stay safe and comfortable. You don't want to step outside of your comfort zone because you are fearing loss, you're fearing failure, and you're feeling that feeling of inadequacy. You're tired of feeling inadequate, so you rather just stay comfortable rather than step out of your shell. But that is hurting you, because when you don't follow your heart's desire, you will always feel like there's something missing and that you are feeling empty on the inside. So it's better to just take that risk. Failure is something that you have the strength and the power to get over. You have the power to get over that. So it's worth it. It's worth taking the risk towards the things that you actually love to do. And the journey is going to be so rewarding that the failures are going to be very insignificant compared to the wins, compared to the personal wins, not just the final outcome, but the personal wins along your journey. So I'm seeing here the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Swords. So this is you lying to yourself and deceiving yourself into thinking that you are stuck, you are trapped, and that you have no way of improving your life, and that you have no way of, you know, following a path that you are passionate about. It's like self-deception, because you have all the tools that you need to make whatever you want in your life happen. So you are stuck mentally because you're not taking the action towards it, but you're not really stuck. You're just deceiving yourself. And there could also be people in your life deceiving you too. Like, you could be sharing your ideas with them and they're just like, that's not a good idea. That's not going to work. And it's all deception. Trust, because God will not plant an idea in your head that you're not supposed to follow through on. If it's something detrimental, of course, don't do that, but God wouldn't plant anything in your head that's detrimental anyway. So, if God planted this idea into your head and it makes you feel happy and fulfilled on the inside, then anybody saying that it can't happen and you telling yourself that it can't happen, that's self-deception. You're psyching yourself out. The Page of Wands. You have to adopt this childlike innocence when it comes to your goals. It's like you have to adopt this energy of feeling like a child again. Like, you know, when you are a kid and you have all these dreams and goals, aspirations, and you have this big, like, imagination and the world is your oyster, and you're like, I want to be a superhero when I get older. I want to be Batman. Like, you really feel as a child that you can make that happen. It's time for you to take that energy back and to start looking at the world like that again, before people stomped on your dreams and told you that that's not feasible, that's not realistic, you should do this instead or that. It's time to erase all those people from your mind, erase all those people from your heart space, and do what your heart is telling you to do, and move forward towards your dreams, your goals, and your passions in a very childlike, passionate way. And the thing about the Page of Wands is that because he or she is so childlike, they are extremely confident. You know how kids do everything with confidence. Like, kids, you see children, like, go to the park one day and watch how kids play, how they'll just, like, jump on top of a jungle gym and, like, just jump off and hit a backflip off of it. They are so confident and reckless with what they do because they just feel like it's like this energy bursting, like this this life force within children. They're not afraid of anything. They don't let fear hold them back from anything. And I'm saying that that's the energy that you have to take on in order for you to step onto this new path, whatever this new path may be. Okay, I'm going to end that here because I don't want this reading to be too long. Again, these will be weekly readings so we can focus on our finances, our life path, and general energy. Here I am shuffling again, and I said this the last. Okay, no, I'm not pulling no more. Okay, so because I could pull like tarot cards all day long and talk all day long about tarot.